I know it's kind of funny because he's a cyclocross racer. He should be doing good during cyclocross season, you would think.
I mean, yeah, but like he did 1 or 2 cyclocross races just to keep his points going, you know? So it's hard.
That's what I was going to talk about. I did a cyclocross race this weekend on two mountain bike tires.
Oh
and can't believe I'm, saying this, but I'm with Dylan on this. The whole tire rule is real stupid.
What up, party people? Welcome back for another episode of the Bonk Bros podcast. And before we get too far into this intro, I want to just say how stoked we all are to be making it out to Iceman this coming weekend. We've got a few live events on the docket, like the Pro Rider meet and greet that'll happen Friday afternoon. I think it's at 2 or 3 p.m.-ish. If you show up at 2:30, you'll probably catch us. And that's going to be followed by a live Q&A style recording that we're hoping to also live stream on YouTube for all of you that can't be there. So be on the lookout for that. Feel free to tune in and submit any questions you have in the comments. And then if you're going to be around town, of course, we'll be out and about all night for the post-race shenanigans that'll take place Saturday night. So catch us in the wild there. All right, so this week's episode is brought to you, as always, by our amazing supporters. Like Bike Tires Direct, the one-stop shop for basically all of your cycling gear needs. Make sure to use the code BONKBROS for a discount at checkout. And just keep in mind that all these discount codes do still help us, even if they don't give you a discount, because I know there's going to be a lot of sales going on this time of year with the holidays coming up, and sometimes they don't allow you to apply that code for a direct discount on already discounted items because you're getting the best price that you possibly can anyways. But if you do put that code in there, we still get a little bit of kickback, and that's huge for us, and we really appreciate when you guys do that. So speaking of supporters, we've got SILCA as well, the folks that are bringing all of you guys the maintenance, marginal gains, and innovation that you can possibly need for your bike to make sure that it not only looks good, but lasts a long time. So if you want to just make your bike a little bit faster than that next guy, head over to SILCA and use the code BONKBROS it's BONKBROSOCT15. Actually, it's not even October anymore, so I'm going to have to hit up Richard to see what the new code is, because I bet it has probably changed. So check the show notes, because I bet the new code is going to be in the show notes when this gets posted. And last but not least, we've got Bicycle Accident Law, who is spearheaded by Matt Scarborough. They are your go-to resource when you get caught in that dreaded position between your bike and a vehicle when out on the road riding. Mention the fact that we sent you for a complimentary couple months of coaching when you're ready to return to the bike after they've helped you through that situation. All right, so on the show this week, we basically spend a bunch of time talking about some of the big changes that have been announced for the 2026 Lifetime Grand Prix, plus get to a handful of listener questions. We've been kind of holding out on the Bonker Ballin segment because, I don't really know why, but I'm sure we will lean back into that once the off-season hits, so please keep sending those in. We have enjoyed that. If you do have any questions or feedback for the show, you can drop us a note at bonkbrospodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit up the Bonk Bros Instagram page. Make sure to check out our sister podcast, the Bonk Babes podcast. They're putting out some fire content lately. And Grace is going to be at Iceman with us too. So if you've been waiting to meet and greet with the Bonk Babes, Grace for sure will be there. All right. Any information on show sponsors or discount codes, just again, make sure to check the latest show notes for the most up-to-date info on that. And let's get this party started already.
Tyler, where did you even get that feed hat, huh? I don't even have one of those feed beanies.
Hey, man, some of us are pretended pros on Instagram, and some of us are just real pros. If you have to ask, you must not be a real pro, you know?
I guess. Dang.
Truth be told, I actually rummaged through Alexi's car at one of the races and went in there and just stole stuff from him.
Oh, yeah. No, that checks out. That checks out.
He's like the only feed athlete that I know.
What?
Yeah.
Every other athlete is a feed athlete.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Well, I guess yeah,
they missed on that, didn't they?
Dang. Two out of four cyclists are sponsored by the feed. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they got a big budget. They got a lot of us, especially Grand Prix athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got this as like a
still. I was gonna was going to do that on the old podcast today.
I mean, dude, is that going to be like good content or is that going to be an absolute train wreck?
So what were the questions, DJ?
Well, I can't remember them perfectly off the top of my head, but I feel like it was what race are you the most proud of and how do you connect with cycling fans? And then there might have been one about I can't remember what the other one was.
Did you feel like what race are you most proud of was
I'll read you the
a trick question for you?
Here in a sec.
What'd you say, Adam?
Was that like a trick question for you?
Why would it be a trick question?
Well, like you could put Unbound where you got top 10, but then you're like, is top 10 really good enough for them to want me back in the Grand Prix? Or you could put Big Sugar where you walked for 15 miles and still finished in the pouring rain after 6 hours. And then they're like, okay, yeah, this guy's a hard ass. We need him back.
That's actually the one I put. I put Big Sugar walking for,
sick.
For real?
Yeah, that's the one that I put.
Because I'm so tough. I walked. I never give up. I'm not a quitter.
I had to steal.
So that's the guy who quit nationals last year.
Whoa,
and I quit
and Little Sugar.
the week before. That was literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and the week before you quit Little Sugar.
Yeah,
because your back hurt, dude.
Yeah, I know. What's embarrassing is like I had basically quit, and you still hadn't even passed me.
I know. It is embarrassing. Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Man, I gotta give away my personal information. Let me see if I can apply my zip code.
Oh, Tyler, are you trying to apply?
I might, yeah. Let's see.
All right.
Emergency
I was
contact,
trying to have a discussion about this last week, but
Saban.
no one on the podcast conceivably cared at all. But maybe Adam will care. Did you see the changes that they made to the Lifetime Grand Prix for next year?
I see them bragging about how they're going to pay everyone that's doing it.
Yeah. 25. That's the first time I'm going to get paid by Lifetime. Hopefully. Well, if I make it back in. It would suck if I didn't make it back in the first time I was going to get a check from Lifetime.
Yeah, which I think that's cool. I think that's the way that it seemingly should be.
Yeah. I mean,
what other changes?
Well, I think it's definitely a good thing that they incentivize people to actually finish the series because they do have a problem with that right now.
I do like how they put that. It's not just like, if you get accepted in, you get $2,500 as like a sign-on bonus. It's like, no, you have to finish this series.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like, how races will pay racers to come do their race? I mean, I almost feel like I don't know if these races have like a clause in there or not, but I feel like it needs to say you need to actually finish the race. And maybe they should even put you need to actually try.
Is this because you're a race walker now? Now you're trying to like bring people down to your level?
Race walker. Sounds like a what do they call like the vampires that live during the day? Daywalkers?
Daywalkers? Yeah. Just a quick aside. I'm reading.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you can read your application. That's fine.
No, you go ahead, bro.
We're just so nice. I was going to ask an aside because I'm reading the drafting policy overview here. And the draft zone is defined as 2 bike lengths, 15 feet behind and 3 feet to the left or right of any cyclist. So they give a detailed account of what drafting is. But I'm wondering how far back do the aero benefits, like could I be 16 feet back? What if I have a bike with a long wheelbase? How do you take that into account? Basically, like how far back do the drafting benefits apply?
I think it's a lot. I mean, I can't tell you.
How many lifetime events did you even do this year? Why are you even asking a question?
Whoa, bro.
Have you raced at all in the last decade?
Dude, chill.
You're talking to me?
Man. Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
Man, like Drew's just pissed because he's reading this application and he knows he ain't getting in.
No, I haven't even got there yet, but I'll go check it out now.
Take a little testosterone.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
I mean, I don't know the exact distance at which, drafting is no longer beneficial, but there are team. Remember when Ineos got in trouble for on the time trial, they just stacked way too many bikes on top of the car that was following Filippo Ganna, and they tried to follow Filippo Ganna even closer than was necessary to give him a little bit of a drafting benefit, because you get a drafting benefit not only from following something, but also from something following you. You get a benefit from that. So if somebody's drafting off of you, I know that's annoying, like you're on a ride and you're chilling, and then all of a sudden you're, some dude is like breathing down your neck because he's on your wheel because he wants to like prove that he's just as fast as you when he's clearly not, because he's drafting off of you the whole time. That's annoying, but he is actually helping you go faster.
Mm-hmm. So it's usually
I thought maybe they just sort of, not equally, but mutually sure.
So Adam, I thought maybe they just and puffing on your wheel this weekend, we will be going faster. So just make sure that I stay in that draft.
Okay. 15 feet. So I thought maybe they just pulled that from Iron Man, but here's the probably. Iron Man. It's not though. No, Iron Man. It's 12 meters or 6 bike lengths.
Oh wow!
Okay. Except when actively passing. And here's the kicker though: when you're passing, you can enter the draft zone on the left side of the athlete in front of you, but you must complete the overtake within 25 seconds. So that means you have 25 seconds to overtake them by 12 meters, which seems like pretty slim margin.
Yeah.
Do they put a clock on that, or is it just like a?
Oh yeah, people get called out every year for it.
That's true.
So when they get called out, do they get do they get an actual penalty, or just like Instagram haters?
Yeah, no, I think I want to say it's maybe subjective as far as what the penalty is. Like it depends on what the offense is. If it's like blatantly obvious that they're attempting to draft, then I think it's a steeper penalty than just like it took 27 seconds to overtake.
Yeah. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but even with that rule in place, don't you still see packs of riders at an Ironman? Like there'll be a pack of riders and they're all, what is it, 16 feet, you said?
It's actually 12 meters. 12 so meters, that'd be like 30, like almost 40
12
feet.
meters. They're all 12 meters apart, but they're still riding in like a pack, so to speak.
Sure. Yeah, you definitely do see that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the drafting benefit is at 12 meters, but it's probably not zero.
Especially if there's 15 of you in a row.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So Dylan, what were some of the other changes to the Grand Prix that you wanted to talk about?
Well, they are doubling the prize money. So they're paying the people that get last place, but they're also like the winners.
Does that include that though? Does that include 11th through 25th or whatever?
Well, is SOC Sea Otter
Classic?
Sea Otter?
Yeah,
Classic. I couldn't see what the C was. Why would they use a acronym? I don't know what that is.
All right, good insight, Drew. So the the winner is now getting $50,000 instead of, I think it was 25,000 before.
Yeah.
Dang, like they don't already make enough money as it is.
Oh, you're pissed about it, Drew.
What is he complaining about?
Just the top taking more from everybody else.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, want to keep the top around.
Yeah, that's how professional sports works.
If you give Keegan $50,000, eventually it'll make its way back to you guys at the bottom. That's how it works, right? Like he'll buy some gels from the feed, and then the feed uses that money to pay DJ, and then it makes sense.
Are you on mushrooms, bro?
I wish. Make this way more enjoyable.
How much is the feed paying you, dude? You're wearing a feed hat. You mentioned the feed multiple times already.
Just trying to
I should
do
be
the Dizzle
dropping these
Dillman
little
where I'm just gonna keep mentioning the company until they sponsor me eventually. Just free marketing.
Dang. I'm not feeling so good about this application so far. Because it says, like, what's your overall results from these races? And I'm like, 35th, 60th, DNF. I'm like, there's no way. Dang. I mean, on paper, it sounds a lot worse than it is in real life.
You could just
How do I put DNF? It won't let me. Do I put 0? It only lets me put in numbers. So if I DNF'd Little Sugar, do I put a 0?
Well, does the question ask, like, how many of these races did you finish? Or how many of these races did you do?
Competed within.
Oh, okay. I don't
would
know
maybe
what to tell you.
Drew, honestly, for that one, I just wouldn't put anything and pretend like you didn't compete. Because that's probably better than DNFing.
Okay. So then just don't even put Little Sugar on here. Yeah. But that's one, then it doesn't look like I've done that much of the series.
Well, it's going to look worse if you pulled out of one of the races.
At least I was there. They got my registration money. That's a plus to them.
Yeah, but you DNF'd, which means you wouldn't be eligible for the $2,500 anyways. So that you're going to be one of those people that they don't want in the series.
Drew, what do you put your odds of making it back in at right now?
He's never made it in, so it's not back in.
Or yeah, just in general.
Basically 0. Yeah.
That's not confident at all, dude.
I mean, but they're only taking 16 people. So like the odds of me being one of those 16, when you think about all the people that didn't auto qual in, it's like, yeah.
Wait, so how's it only 16?
Leave that many spots left.
It's because 6 are already in, like the top 5 and then the top 1 U23. So that's 6 that are already in.
Which is kind of bogus because that U23 rider for sure would have got in over him.
No.
But
why do you say that?
What do you mean? No.
I'm just kidding.
Dude, that U23 rider absolutely
smashed
your
us at Sea Otter.
At Sea Otter.
And you too.
No, I mean, I got beaten by him by a little bit. You got beaten by him by a lot.
All right. And you're giving me crap for not being confident. Maybe this isn't why I'm confident, is because my friends talk to me like this.
That's the whole point of having friends is to bring you back down.
I think you should still apply, Drew. I think you got a chance.
Yeah,
he's literally doing that right now.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, but
good.
I have 0. Yeah, I don't really think it's going to happen.
All right, so back to the changes. So it's actually interesting. I was thinking about this week or last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever Keegan got 4th place. And I was trying to think like what his mindset would be. And I don't want to like speak for Keegan. He can figure out his own shit. But like if you were Keegan, would you want to come back swinging and be like, I'm so pissed that I got kicked off the podium of the overall that like I'm going to come back and dominate this freaking series again and win everything? Or would you be kind of like, been there, done that. Money isn't that great. Maybe I'll try my hand at something else.
I would push back on money isn't that great. Maybe the prize money compared to what he's making isn't amazing, but he's getting paid a lot of money to be.
I'm not saying like quit cycling. What I'm saying is like, yeah, the compensation for doing these events maybe isn't as high as it could be with.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say is like, I think if he tried to be a world tour racer or a XCO mountain biker World Cup, I actually don't know if he would get paid more. I kind of think that he probably is like maximizing his income by being the fastest gravel racer in the US.
Yeah, I think I was kind of thinking more along the lines of like appearance fees. Like, would there be more opportunity for him to rack in some appearance fees?
Maybe. I don't know.
And maybe you take the money out of it because like it's whatever it is, like the $25,000 that he wins overall versus say $25,000 in appearance fees, like probably, like you said, probably negligible compared to what he's making from his support system.
Yeah.
So if you take that out of it, and just think about like what the mindset would be. Like, do you think he's pissed off and wants revenge, or do you think he's kind of like, I had a pretty good run and maybe I'll try something else?
Well, I mean, I think he's probably like a growth mindset kind of guy. And what I mean by that is like, there's two ways that you can take a bad race. You can either be like, man, I suck. Oh man, I'm such a terrible bike racer. I had this bad result. Like, damn, whatever. And just like accept the fact that you are not a good bike racer because you had a bad bike race. Or you can be like, okay, I just had a bad bike race. That means I need to do something about it. And because I'm not a bad bike racer, but I had a bad bike race for some reason. And I either need to train more, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. Like, and I think elite level athletes, like every single athlete has had bad results, including Keegan. I mean, it's been a really long time since he has, but like, and you don't get to that level if you just accept that you're, a shit bike racer and move on after you have a bad bike race. Like, most of those people have gotten there because they have that growth mindset. So I think
100%. I 100% agree with that. And I think that's pretty evident with Keegan.
Yeah.
My question more is like, he's put everything basically into the Lifetime Grand Prix the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he had one, you could even call it not even a bad race. Like, he just had a mediocre race at Big Sugar. Like, he finished in the bunch sprint for third, right? Like, it wasn't a bad race, but it was because of the way the standings played out. Like, he ended up getting kicked from first to fourth in the overall. So do you think he's like, I've put everything into this and like it came down to that one race and then I get fourth and like, man, but I've won it 3 times. Like, do you feel like is there anything that would incentivize him to just go elsewhere instead of doing the series again next year? It's not that he thinks he sucks. It's more like, should I take my talent elsewhere?
I can't imagine
where would elsewhere be.
But I think maybe doubling the prize purse though, like,
dude, he is really motivated by money. Like, you can just see it in the race calendar he chooses. He chooses the races where there's big prize money. Doubling the prize purse is definitely enticing to him.
Yeah, I think so.
And I go, going back to what I said 5 minutes ago, I could be wrong about this, but I kind of think that he is maximizing his earning potential by being the fastest US gravel racer, as opposed to like a mid-pack World Tour rider or a maybe slightly better than mid-pack XCO World Cup racer.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any. I definitely agree with that. I don't see him wanting to go World Tour or XCO World Cups. It'd be more just like probably expanding his gravel and off-road racing calendar.
Yeah,
to include what, like the gravel.
He's also world
series
champion on the mountain bike. It's like, would he maybe want to go rep the world champs jersey on the mountain bike more?
Yeah, possibly.
But all that to say, I was thinking that before. I didn't know about the doubling the prize purse until you just said it. Mm-hmm. And I would say like that definitely changes like my mindset of like what he's probably thinking.
Yeah. I mean,
everyone out there that's like, oh, just chasing the money. If you're a fucking professional, like that is what you do. Like you have to go where the money is going. Like that's just any occupation that you work. Like that's what you do.
Yeah. I mean, we give Drew a hard time a lot about being all about the money, but I when I said that, I wasn't faulting him at all. It's just it's just the reality.
Truth.
Like he's only got so many years of being an elite level cyclist before all of us get older and we have to retire. So, he's maximizing on it while he can.
Good job, Drew.
I think he was talking about Keegan.
What?
I don't think he's
welcome back. Putting you and Keegan in the same conversation.
You put me and Keegan in the same category. That's nice.
Dude, We can all only be shills on the
money.
internet talking about, how great a state bicycle is for so long before we have to retire. We got to maximize it while we can,
True.
I made a lot of money through that. Yeah. Well, kind of. It was fake money. But anyways, that's the story. On this question, it says, why do you want to be a part of the Lifetime Grand Prix? And I currently have typed in the box fame, glory, and money, which is relevant. We were just talking about that. You think that's a good answer?
Actually going to be your answer?
I'm not going to get in.
Okay.
So at this point, I might as well put something on here so they at least get a chuckle out of it. What is your proudest result of your career and why? The 2026 Lifetime GP overall victory. And then how do you feel like you can? And then the third question is, how do you feel like you can contribute to the growth of cycling? And I put can implies I don't already. And I do already contribute via stoking the fire through YouTube videos, podcasts, coaching individuals, founding a coaching company, and mentoring young riders via development teams.
That was actually it started really cocky, but that was actually a good answer. The last answer.
That one's legit.
Yeah.
Too bad that answer
Why don't
wasn't
they ask
third,
what
wasn't
are
first,
you
because they're probably not even going to read that answer.
Why do they ask, how do you feel like you can contribute? We're not in the world of hypotheticals. The question should be, what are you contributing to the growth of cycling? But I don't know why they worded it like that.
Because Lifetime is...
anybody can talk about what they think they can do. Go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
Thank you.
I was on a rip.
Lifetime sees itself as a promotion platform, right? That was the whole part of having the U23 series. That's their YouTube series. They're trying to give people a platform that they might not otherwise have. And that's why they want to tell interesting stories, etc. So what can you is almost like, hey, tell us why we should talk to you or interview you on a monthly basis after each race.
Huh. What do you think Keegan put for all these? Why do you want to be in? To win. What's your
He doesn't have to put anything because he got automatically selected.
Winning.
Yeah, he's already in it.
How do you feel like you contribute? I win.
Do you think Keegan talks about himself in the third person?
What do they contribute to those top guys? What do they contribute?
What I will say is that winning races does inspire, whether or not you actually are an inspiring personality. Some people don't have this, I'm talking to the audience in this strong voice, I'm inspiring people persona.
Johnson. Yeah.
Or
Dylan Johnson persona.
Anyway, not everybody's like that, but even if you're not like that, if you're winning a race, that is inspiring to a lot of people. A lot of people look at that and are inspired.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to agree with that. It's hard for me to agree with that. I think when you're so close, we talk on this podcast a lot about how dumb certain things are, how dumb we think things are, but also I think because all of us has been relatively close, single degrees of separation to people who are good at cycling, it's kind of hard for me to find that if DJ gets top 10, I'm inspired. I'm just hey, good job, dude. You did great.
I am good. What are you talking about, Tyler? I'm not just close to people who are good. I am good.
Dude, the cognitive dissonance from moment to moment is unreal.
You'll be well, there's 0% chance I'm getting in the Grand Prix. And then you'll be I am good.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance.
And the listeners a concise definition of what that means.
Cognitive dissonance is essentially acting in a way that is different from your beliefs.
Themselves.
Well, Drew, some of us went to college, not just bicycle college. So
participated. Yeah, I majored in cycling, dude. What do you think I'm doing with my life right now?
Starting a coaching company, finishing whatever. I don't know.
Right.
I forgot what you just said.
All right, Tyler.
I don't even want to list off all this stuff. I just want to put can implies I don't, and I do. And just leave it at that.
Leave it.
Dude, they're not going to read that part anyways.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, you already gave two horrible answers.
Yeah, they're not going to read the big long list of things that I'm actually contributing.
Why are you like trying to give bad answers? Don't you want to at least like set yourself up to maybe make
merit based anyways? So like, why do these questions matter? And based off of I felt like I had a breakthrough season, but for some reason, the results that they're interested in are all the ones that were really bad for me.
Oh, you mean like their races, like the lifetime Grand Prix
all of their races did not go so well. Like I was real happy about Unbound, but typing in 34th just doesn't really like make it sound special.
You know, here's a hot take.
Go ahead.
Here's a hot take. Like people who are like, oh yeah, I had a great season, but in the lifetime Grand Prix, not so much. Or like you could even say the same thing, like, oh yeah, I had if you're a cross country mountain biker, you're like, oh yeah, I had a great season, but in the World Cup races, nah. Like you could be a road racer. Oh, I had a great season, but when it came to, Paris-Roubaix and the Tour, nah, not really. It's like, so let's take a step back and think about what's the factor there that's causing you to not perform well.
The competition's just so high, dude.
Like in the races where there's actually insane competition, you just so happen to not perform that well.
No.
What a coincidence. You know what I mean?
What's up with that? That's so weird. I did so good at all the all the local races where I was just racing some master's dad in a flannel. I freaking whooped their ass, dude.
Where's the box for flannel? Stop making fun of my flannel.
Put those results on here.
Yeah, dude. Some guy has like freaking 5 kids. Well, you have kids, so that's not really an excuse, but
just keep singling out
though, dude.
Yeah.
Drew, you just said it though. You were really proud of your Unbound race, right?
Yeah.
What were you proud of?
They don't. All they asked for was the number,
right? But you were proud of the performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that goes to show Dylan's point is probably correct.
Yeah. I see what you mean there. Yeah. Adam's
we're proud of you too.
Wow, Adam's a really good coach. Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, for a dad, 30-something-year-old dad, you did pretty good. Nice job.
Yes. There we go. Let's put everything into context.
Yeah,
Dylan, who's making 6 figures without any kids or commitments or responsibilities in life.
I heard it was like 7 or 8.
Kids?
Maybe. Kids and figures.
Kids or
girlfriends.
Could be both. Why not all 3?
One in every continent.
Live your life. Wait, continents are like North Carolina, South Carolina,
Australia. Check
Kentucky.
That one. Yeah.
I mean, they like Drew. You're talking about like the races that they care about are the ones that you didn't do well in. And yes, they do list out the lifetime events that they have, but they also have a variety of other runs, like from nationals for cross country, Paris-Roubaix, Rule of 3, like Cape Epic. You can list your own.
They have those on there.
They have the Rift. Yeah,
there's a list of random other results or other races.
Yeah, so it almost seems like they're trying to cherry pick their own.
And they had
people.
the Mid-South on there, and I'm like
who won Paris-Roubaix this year? Freaking Matt Acker or something?
No, I think it was some young.
They had
kid.
the Mid-South, and like
he puts
that
on
wasn't even a race this year. Like, they put that.
You can make your own. You can make your own results.
Mid-South on there, and Mid-South didn't even happen.
I put third because I got third once at the Mid-South.
Dude, you know why they put Mid-South?
Clarify.
Here's why.
They didn't clarify the year.
You know why they put Mid-South? Because Chase Work set the KOM on the 350. They just wanted Chase back in it, dude.
And he won Lutsen 99er, and they ask about that one on here, too. He's going to be on his application. He's going to be able to put a number 1 in one of those boxes. And the best I got is a 6. Out.
The 62-mile David Brower from Bissell won Paris-Roubaix. Dude, they just want David to apply. That's what it is.
But I think the point that I'm getting at is they're offering, it's not just They say it's merit based, which that is true if you're not, maybe you're Tyler Orschel and you're competing on the UCI XCO calendar and you're getting top 20s in some of these big races. Like, at least you have an opportunity to say, hey, I got top 20 at these 2 XCO mountain bike races, which is arguably a higher level of competition than the lifetime Grand Prix. So, why shouldn't I deserve a shot? Or things like the Rift or the Traca. Like, there's other opportunities on here.
Dude, the Rift is on there?
Go do them.
Drew.
Yeah, the Rift is on there.
Drew.
You could say first place behind the guy that also got first place with Lutzen 99er and Mid-South.
Well, that's the Rift mountain bike race. You did win that one.
They didn't specify.
If they don't clarify, if they just say the Rift.
They just said Rift.
Says Rift.
Dude, put one, dude. Put one.
I can put one. I love this. We're gonna really, we're finding some loopholes here.
That being said,
still doesn't help the 60 next to Sea Otter.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, if you're caught lying on the application, that probably doesn't bode well.
How is he lying though?
It's not lying, Adam. I mean, Dylan.
True. Are you gonna call him out, dude? You gonna rat him out?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You gonna email him, buddy?
Are you checking the box that says you want to get in through the wild card spot? If you want to be a wild card?
Yeah, might as well.
Is that like if you're not good enough, they're automatically? Yeah. So how does that work? Do you just have to show up to the first 3 events? Like, is it open, or do you have to be in the wild card pool of riders?
Yeah, you have to be in the wild card. You have to have applied for the series, not got in, and then have also checked the box as a wild card so that they know that you want to be in contention for that.
Gotcha.
So are you checking that box or no?
Yeah, I think I already did. I think it was on the other page.
Okay.
Did you check that box, DJ? Or are you like, I'm Dylan Johnson. I contribute everything to cycling.
I'm getting in.
No, I'm super nervous about whether I'm going to get in or not. Like if we're just looking at my results, not one single chance do I have of making it in. So
did you just take all of these boxes and put broken leg,
my charming personality and good looks? Then maybe so.
That's true. That does bump you up a couple points in the ranking, I think. That was on the last page that it asked, how good looking are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Right.
So Dylan, where are you seeing that they doubled the prize purse?
It's, I don't know.
I guess maybe what I can't tell is if what I'm looking at is, okay, that says what's new. I guess I don't know what the last year's prize purse was.
On their Instagram, maybe?
Yeah, their Instagram post.
Because they
pinned.
say total prize money is $590, but that includes the individual race.
It's
prize
literally their
purse.
first Instagram pinned post. I mean, they don't say anything about double, but it's 500. Okay. I mean, 590. I don't know what it was last year, but that's like probably roughly double.
Well, it includes the prize purse from the races.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, look, see, they have a whole breakdown of it's $50,000 for the overall series winner.
To each series champion, $350 total for top 10 purse payout, equal pay.
Yeah.
And then $240,000 in event prize money, which if you split that across 6 races of $40,000 per race, which that's actually a lot. $20,000 prize purse per field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was reading it right. Let's see what else. Yeah, the professional finisher compensation. We already did that. Expanded athlete benefits. Oh, dude, free entry in all races. That's dope.
Yeah, they had that.
Dude, you
year.
get 10 clubhouse access passes. Dude, we've been going. We're gonna ball out next year, man.
10.
Dude,
so we get a lifetime membership
if
Dylan gets in.
It says complimentary lifetime club access, including 10 guest passes.
Sick.
That might be like
single,
one trip to the gym is one guest pass.
There's not a single Lifetime Fitness in Kentucky.
Really?
Because people here can't afford that.
What about Cincinnati?
Or is it that people in Kentucky don't generally care about going to the gym?
That's probably accurate too. If they put like a restaurant in the middle of it, maybe that would help.
Like a KFC?
Yeah, but like what
restaurant?
Like a Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. Now we're talking.
Yeah. If they put a Sweet Green in the middle of Kentucky, that would be out of business in like a week.
I never heard of that till we went there in Arkansas.
Yeah, and you were like, this is amazing.
Yeah, the healthiest food. They did just put up a Chipotle 5 miles from my house, which is rad. But it's right next to a Chick-fil-A, and like, when would you ever choose Chipotle over Chick-fil-A if they're right next to
on Sunday?
Good point. That's a solid point.
Gotta have a backup plan, bro.
Yeah.
Drew, looks like the closest Lifetime Fitness to you would be Cincinnati.
Bummer.
Or you could go visit Trey up in Indy. Or you could go get some sick barbecue down in Nashville.
Everywhere but Louisville. Dang.
That is surprising, honestly. Everywhere around Louisville has one, but not Louisville. Dude, even Memphis has one.
It's all right. I'm not going to get into the series, so I'm not going to get a free membership, and so I don't care.
Wow.
Dude, what the hell?
Good
Even
attitude.
Des Moines, Iowa has one.
All right. So do we have anything else to say about the Grand Prix, or should we move on to another topic?
You can view the full selection criteria. Have you done that?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, dude. I viewed that criteria.
It's pretty extensive, dude.
I read it like word for word.
10 different items.
Yeah.
It's objective.
Whoa.
They're going to try and establish transparency through a merit-based process.
But what is the merit-based process?
Yeah, we don't need to go through all this. Oh, there's a selection committee. 5 people on the selection committee. That's good. Kind of an odd number.
Who are they and how can I pay them off?
I don't want to call them out on the show. You can just go and look it up.
Yeah, well, actually, I am. So, you can send me your money over to my Venmo.
Dude, tomorrow's the last day you can apply, Drew. You better get that thing done.
Yo, are they
That's why
gonna?
I'm doing it right now. I think I'm done.
They're going to announce it next Tuesday. We should wait to do the show until the announcements are made.
Do you think that they're waiting until after Iceman to take into account Iceman results?
They're not. It's tomorrow.
No, because you have to apply tomorrow.
But they're not making the selection until Tuesday.
Drew, just put other and then put Iceman 1 as your in your application.
I mean, it probably takes at least a week to go through.
Was there another box?
79 applications.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
There was a box that said other?
Yes.
Tyler did not fill out this form. Don't listen to him.
I did, 100%. I might get in. I haven't competed in any races in the last 12 months.
What the hell race is the Cold Water Trail? That sounds like an ultra marathon.
Mountain bike race that just happened.
Yeah.
I think I improved
Alabama.
my responses.
Why is that on here?
Because it's a lifetime race.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I didn't know that. Is that a new one?
Yes.
I don't know. I have no
It
idea.
actually looks pretty sick. Looks like a decent amount of single track.
Man,
they do have an ultra marathon. There's a running race. I knew it sounded like an ultra.
Like this is
But it was
this is
also
the
a mountain bike
hypothetical
race.
that I'm putting out. What if what if somebody who is barely on the edge of making it in, they just go out and they win Iceman this weekend? You think they're going to take that into account?
Are you thinking about bringing the bike? Are you trying
No, I'm not even remotely thinking about bringing the bike.
Dude, how are you going to get barely off the edge?
I'm just going to stay barely off the edge. I mean, my Iceman result, if I brought my bike, that would put me further off the edge.
I don't know.
Just race under a pseudonym. Just race under like Scott McGill or something like that.
Here's what I would say. If that person, hypothetically, who's barely on the edge, but probably 6 feet off the edge, wins Iceman and hypothetically does get into the series, is getting into the series bigger than winning Iceman?
don't think getting
you win 6K. You win 6K if you win Iceman. You only get 2,500 for finishing the series.
Yeah, I don't think getting in is bigger, but it could lead to something bigger.
Or does that person just retire on top?
Could do that.
So if I win this weekend, I should retire?
We didn't.
Well, you would be retiring on top.
On top of like a lame race.
Whoa, dude. Chill. Bro, come on.
I want to win, bro. But that doesn't change my opinion of the race itself. It's a lame race.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
We better hold off on posting this until after the race. If I win on my
gravel bike, that's going to just prove how lame it is.
So you know what's going to happen now? You're going to be like off the front about to win, and then Michigander is just going to put a stick in. I'm not even talking about a racer. Like one of the fans is just going to throw a stick in your spokes, and you're going to go over the bars.
You're probably right, dude. Like I can't imagine the kind of hate I'm going to get going through like Icebreaker at the last. They're going to ridicule me.
I know.
Dang. Maybe I should revoke that.
Yeah, you should take that back right now.
For like my own safety. It's okay. I like the state of Michigan. I just feel like.
Well, no one said that you didn't.
Maybe don't go on.
Yeah.
Or maybe go on.
Yeah, don't go on. That's why I stopped talking. I'll just end it there on a high note. I like Michigan. Therefore, don't kill him. Therefore, you guys don't have to hate me anymore. We're friends.
Dude, Dylan, La Ruta is one of the international events that these guys are interested in.
Are you still reading that? What, dude? We stopped talking about that like 10 minutes ago.
Do you guys watch the
I'm telling you, man, they're trying to cherry pick this thing, dude. Dylan, they saw your La Ruta.
I've dropped my script into the goblet of fire, and it's only a matter of time till it comes bursting out again.
You know what my La Ruta result 12 years ago was?
Just like that Harry Potter.
No, I just assumed you won.
It was 17th.
No way.
It was. I'm not
dude,
joking.
that was the start of the curse, man. La Ruta, that was the start.
Yeah.
Drew, are you saying we need you saying you need a Mad Eye Moody to rig the goblet of fire that is the Lifetime Grand Prix? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, you could be my Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, I am old.
TC Moody.
Exactly. Did you guys watch
Are we talking about Harry Potter now?
Yeah. Let's take this further and further out of the realm of bike racing.
Down the rabbit hole?
Did you guys watch the...
that's a whole nother reference.
The results from the gravel burn?
I mean, I saw that. I guess I saw the like podium pictures. I didn't really follow it too much.
They had pretty good coverage.
I mean, smashed, didn't he?
Yeah, he ended up winning over Simone by 5.5 minutes, and then Hugo Dreschow was almost 9 minutes back. So
top three were all Lifetime Grand Prix guys. Just gonna say it.
But didn't Hugo not finish the Grand Prix?
Yeah, I don't think he was.
He didn't.
He was in it at one point.
He was in it. He didn't finish.
And
actually, I think on the women's side too, right?
What was the women's podium?
Axel did not finish.
ADP,
Melissa
and Haley Preen.
Yeah, actually, that's all Grand Prix too. Dang.
Who won the women's?
ADP.
Axel Dubois-Prevost.
Oh.
Yeah. It was, I mean, they had good coverage. It was a lot like Cape Epic in that respect, where they would film and give you like a 30-minute recap of both races and what the stages were and everything. So
did Tom Pidcock, did he like take his off-season break and then just immediately show up to gravel burn? And
sounds like it was like in the middle of his off-season break. I think he's like going back to the off-season.
Wow.
Dang, they must have paid him a lot.
I hope they paid him a lot, because that is a terrible off-season strategy. Like, I would never, as a coach, I would never be like, yeah, in the middle of your off-season break, just do a, 5-day stage race?
He won one of the days, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, I would never be like, oh yeah, middle of your off-season break, just do a 5-day stage race.
7-day stage race.
7-day stage race.
Win one of the days.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, maybe it looked like he might have been really out of shape for the first few days, and then he like raced himself back into shape enough to win a stage by the end.
Yeah, he won stage 5, and then he then he was 4th in stage 6, and then
so stages 1 through 4 were all just training.
37, 171, 14th, and then 26. Yeah, dude. Oh no, that's the GC. Okay. Yeah, the stages were all looks like 3 to 5 hours for him.
I wonder how much money it, like, remember when Remco showed up to BWR?
Mm-hmm.
And like that one year at Big Sugar where a bunch of Specialized World Tour riders were there.
Yeah.
And clearly none of them were taking it very seriously. Like, I want to know how much money it costs to pay like Remco or Tom Pidcock to show up to your race.
If I put on a race, how much would you charge me to come?
To your own race?
No, for you to come to
if I was putting on a race?
No. If I put on a race here in Kentucky and I wanted the Dylan Johnson to come and make an appearance, what would be your asking price?
I bet it would actually probably be more than Tom Pidcock's asking price for Gravel Burn.
No, I would show for free because I'm a friend. I would even pay the entry fee, dude.
Chance you would do that.
No way.
Drew's put on so many events and you've never showed up.
What event?
No, not me. Chase.
Then you put on at least 1 or 2?
Like 1.
Okay.
I put on a training camp and which is
I
only
showed
like
up to
2
that
hours.
for free, dude. You didn't even
show
pay
up
me.
1 year, yeah. Yeah, granted. Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I honestly think the Gravel Burn, like the mistake, I mean, they obviously had a lot of people that showed up, a lot of big names, including, like, I was actually pretty surprised to see Pete Stetina and Lachlan there. So yeah, they were obviously dishing out some appearance fees. But I think the big mistake is doing it basically in the off season.
Yeah, well, South Africa.
I know for South Africa, it's like what, spring there?
Yeah, I mean, they have
for them, it's like
seasons.
the beginning of the year. Yeah,
and they do Cape Epic in February. I mean, I almost feel like if you're going to do it not in the Northern Hemisphere's race season, then really early is better than really late. Like a February race, I think is better than a November race.
I'm sorry, what have we been talking about? Pull the Scott.
We're talking about the topic that you brought up, bro. We're talking about Gravel Burn.
Oh,
you're like, hey guys, you hear about Gravel Burn, and then you're like, all right, let me check out for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, Scott's not here, so I'm just trying to pull Scott and introduce things to talk about, and then
I think I'm in a worse mood now after applying to the Grand Prix.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think I'm just ticked off that I thought that was going to go a lot better than it did.
Well, you didn't really set it up to go well, man. Like,
I wouldn't let me in if I were them.
Your answers to the questions were terrible.
Well, I changed them. I put in better ones.
Oh. Well, why didn't you share that with...
But I don't think it's going to help. It's probably the same thing that everybody else put on. Why do you want to be in? Because it's the highest level of competition and I want to compete against the highest level of competition. Like, that's what every other person put on there. Is that what you put on there, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. What's your proudest result? Oh, it might not be the best on paper, but I'm so proud that I improved over my previous result. Or I didn't give up. Like, everybody put that on there.
Yeah. Keegan might have put that he won.
Yeah, probably. You think, yeah, maybe he put Little Sugar, I kept going and I got that 15th place.
I freaking took that wheel from Eli.
Yeah.
Eli was just he was going to have
6 of those other wheels.
Totally normal day for him, like get, 23rd place or whatever Eli deserves to get.
I saw this guy crashed in a ditch and I spit on him.
Wait, what? Talking about yourself right now?
Yeah, he passed me when I was down in the ditch.
Really?
Yeah, he was the last one to pass me before I
dang.
climbed out of the ditch.
Okay.
He didn't spit on me though.
Yeah.
You can't believe that I was. You can't believe that I was ahead of Keegan, can you?
Well, I was ahead
even
of
with
Keegan,
flat tires. Dylan's like, "Wow, you were ahead of Keegan."
No. I mean, that's believable because I was ahead of Keegan.
Yeah.
Keegan passed me like 3 times in the race.
Yeah. Anyways,
well, should we do like listener questions or something?
I don't care.
Dang, dude.
You guys are just high energy now.
Yeah, well, that filling out that lifetime GP form really just soured Drew right now. So totally backfired.
It's okay.
We had a question in the Patreon because we haven't from Matt. Does any blame fall on Tobin for Keegan losing to Cam Jones in the overall?
All of it. Like, what a terrible teammate. Like,
wow.
Yeah, no wonder they're separating.
Well, I don't know if you want to. I mean, blame is like a little harsh. Like, Tobin was just having a bad day. Like, he was getting dropped with me. Like, I was barely hanging onto the front group, and Tobin was barely hanging onto the front group with me.
Bad.
So, I don't know. Do you call that blame?
Year.
Like,
at Big Sugar. Tobin's out 30 minutes in every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does pretty good the first half of this season, though.
I know. It's kind of funny because he's a cyclocross racer. He should be doing good during cyclocross season, you would think.
I mean, yeah, but like he did 1 or 2 cyclocross races just to keep his points going, So
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. I did a cyclocross race this weekend on 2 mountain bike tires, and can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm with Dylan on this. The whole tire rule is real stupid. When I was on the start line, looking at the tires of all the other people on the start line, I'm like, did I really used to ride cyclocross with tires that stupid looking? Like it's like insane. I'm like, we're about to ride through the forest and you guys are basically on road tires. I mean, it's like,
yeah, road tires and cyclocross tires are the same size right now.
Like how skinny they looked. And because I'm so used to seeing mountain bike tires or 50s or 45s, and then now I see some 33s. I'm like, whoa, like it was mind blowing. I was like,
I felt the same way. I also did a cyclocross race this past weekend. And looking at 33C tires is kind of wild. Because
it's wild. You're like,
look so skinny.
Can't believe. Yeah, they look so skinny. Like, but for 15 years, that's like basically all I raced were 33C tires.
I guess what, the thing about the tire size rule for cyclocross is that it's not, so a lot of these rules like, the handlebar width rule or, whatever, restricting the gearing or something, they may be dumb, but at least what the UCI is trying to do is make it more safe. Maybe they're not succeeding and maybe people argue about whether it actually does make it more safe, but they're trying to make it safer, right? Reducing the tire size or like putting a limit on the tire size doesn't make it more safe. It doesn't make it more comfortable. It doesn't make it more fun. It doesn't make it anything. It just makes it needlessly harder for no reason.
I think it's just tradition.
People have more flats. It makes people it makes you have to ride a bike that like is freaking clapping you in the ass every time you hit a bump.
You can stand up. You can get off the saddle.
Like there's just I even heard some people, I forget what the context of this was, but like suggest that gravel needs a tire size rule, like no more than 45s on gravel, because these gravel tires are just getting so out there. Like people running mountain bike tires, like we can't have that. We need like a tire limit, 45s it is. And it's like, how is that making gravel racing better? Like, how is it better to be less comfortable, have less control of your bike? You're going around a corner and you can, like, gravel is already hard to corner on as it is. Why are we trying to make that worse?
If they did get rid of the tire rule in cyclocross, it would be real interesting to see kind of like what tires the pros would start to use and like how long it would take them to get to like a mountain bike tire.
Yeah, it would be. It would probably take them a long time because it's taken every other discipline of cycling a long time to get there, and there was no rule about it.
So how then do you feel about 2.6 mountain bike tires being on the World Cup? Are you like, hell yeah? Or are you like, oh
yeah, no, that's sick.
Took them long enough.
Well, I don't actually know if 2.6s are faster. They very well could be, and if they are, took them long enough.
Gotcha. Well, talking about tires and some of the Lifetime Grand Prix races that just happened, ND Jake had a question for us a couple weeks back, and he asked, how do you guys compare the 2023 Unbound, where the organizers didn't reroute for mud and saw countless of bikes and finishes hopes destroyed, to this year's Little Sugar, where the organizers opted not to clean up the trails for this year's rendition, which arguably led to a greater number of punctures and crashes? Is that just a part of Arkansas mountain biking, or did this take anything away from the competition? So basically, we're talking about tire sizes changing performance in races, but how much do you think how much do the courses for the races that you all are doing, does it need to be nerfed to ensure that there's proper competition?
Yeah.
Or do you feel do you feel one way or the other of like, should you show up and ride the course that's presented to you? Because that's what we do in cyclocross, but you gravel racers can't handle mud and walking for a quarter mile. So
yeah, right. I mean, this was such a hot topic that year at Unbound. Like, is it the right thing to change the course because of the mud, or because it ruins everybody's race and everybody's multiple $1,000 bike gets ruined and all of this? I mean, all good arguments. Or do we not change it because this is a freaking off-road race and quit being a pansy and just deal with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I mean, where do you sit on that fence?
I mean, I see, like, I can, honestly, I'm on the fence, actually. Like, I can see both sides of it. Like, I can totally see the argument, hey, this is off-road racing, and sometimes the conditions aren't favorable. And you know what we do about that? Nothing. Just deal with it. So I can see that, but I can also see, like, hey, I have a freaking $10,000 bike that just cracked in half because I had to ride through freaking clay mud. And my race that I spent thousands of dollars to get to was over in 30 minutes. So that's kind of bullshit.
Where do you sit on that fence? I know you can see both sides, but like, if you put yourself in the position of both of those races in 2023, I'm pretty sure you were against the mud, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm going to say you were.
I don't know if I was.
But how did you feel about this year? I can understand a safety aspect of it, right? Like if there's a down tree on the Little Sugar course, yeah, 100%. Like remove that. Don't let people just come around a corner and then all of a sudden there's a tree across the trail or something like that. But
hey, if I don't think that you need to hoppable clay top, because then that advantage goes to us. People who can hop over things.
I don't think but you don't need to like clay top the entire trail because it needs to be, I'll say, dumbed down or like nerfed to just because of quote unquote safety.
Sure. Well, okay. So I guess this is what I'll say about, because I think the gist of this question is, should these races be decided by a bunch of people having race-ending mechanicals, or should there be less of that and it's just decided by whoever's the strongest? And I guess that what I'll say to that is, within reason, I think that gravel racing and mountain bike racing too, part of the race strategy is what equipment you run, and then also part of doing well in the race is ensuring that your equipment doesn't fail by just smashing into things. You know, like you have to ride your bike in such a way that you don't, you know, get a flat tire. Like you have to pick the right line. You have to be gentle on your equipment through certain like really rough sections. I mean, for example, Adam Roberge talks about this a lot. He's like, you know, in Big Sugar, I'll get dropped on every downhill, but I'm doing that purposely because I don't want to get a flat. Like I can downhill faster, but I'm purposely downhilling slow to not get a flat. Like that he's calculating that as part of his race strategy.
How'd that go for him?
Yeah, not great.
Well, if only you had pulled Dizzle, he would have done all right. But
but I guess what I'm getting at is that I think it's part of the race. I think it's part of the race, and you know, like let's just use F1 analogy like we always do, because F1 is just every form of racing just always needs to get compared to F1 for some reason. But like part of the F1, part of what makes F1 is exciting is it's not just about who's the best driver. It's also about who has the best tire changing strategy. Like, do you start with the softs and then go to the hards, or vice versa? And then it's also like the drivers, when they you know, when the tires are getting, you know, worn down, they have to like, you know, baby the car to not completely blow out their tire. Like all of that is the same calculations going on. And I think that's part of off-road racing. So I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same side as you.
I don't totally understand the question though. Like, what would Lifetime have done differently for Little Sugar?
So apparently, Adam, the like they would usually try to clean up the trails before the race. Like I don't know what they do. Like they take out some of the particularly sharp rocks, I guess.
What?
This is what somebody told me. Somebody told me that usually before a race like this, they'll try to like clean up the trail so that it's less like there's less like sharp rocks that could destroy your race. And they said, don't do that. Leave it as it is. This is a hardcore mountain bike race.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard of that. Maybe in XCO World Cup racing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a closed circuit, but
I'd never heard of it either. And when I heard about it, I was like, "What do you mean clean up the rocks? There's freaking rocks everywhere. How do you clean it up?" But that's what the person was like. Look, there's a lot of money in Bentonville. They pay people to clean up the trails, and they just decided not to clean it up before the race.
Maybe they're hurting for money down there.
It was raining like in the weeks leading up, so there's only so much you could do. But I think, you know, you can make a safety argument, but I think I fall in the camp of like, it is off-road racing.
Dude, you signed up for a mountain bike race, dude.
Well, that's what I mean though, is like, it's off-road racing. Like you have to deal with the conditions as they come. If it's wet and super muddy, then like run narrower tires. You know what I'm saying? Like I have very few.
If you want to talk about safety, talk about or Big Sugar, especially the 50-mile race.
We're not talking about safety. I think the question was more about like how much do you have to like change to get good competition? Does there have to be input from the organizers to like ensure that there is good competition and that it's not, the ending isn't spoiled by the conditions?
Yeah. Well, so there's two.
Absolutely not.
So, for example, the way that the way that the men's Grand Prix played out this year, you could say it's bullshit that the Grand Prix overall was basically decided by flat tires, which I think that you could say, because if Keegan hadn't gotten flat tires, he would have won the overall of the Grand Prix. Like him having such a horrendously bad mechanical day at Little Sugar meant that he lost the overall.
No, I don't know that I would say that though. Because in the past, Keegan would not have run the tires that he did because he would have had a cushioned enough lead that he would have been like, all right, I'll run the double down casings to make sure I don't flat and I can still get, 7th. But I think he had to go out on a limb and take a little bit of a risk and run a faster setup because he needed the points. Like he couldn't just skate his way through.
Well, that's
so I don't know if I would say that it came down to flat tires. It came down to the fact that it was a tight race.
Yeah, that is what I was going to say, Adam. That's what I was going to say. It's exciting that Keegan had a decision to make. He's like,
yes,
oh man, like I could actually lose this thing. Like I need some sort of advantage. Let me go with these lighter, faster tires. And it ended up biting him in the ass, right? Like that made the race interesting. Just like, somebody's leading an F1 race and then it starts to rain and they're like, nah, screw it. I'm just staying out of my slicks. And then they end up crashing and you're like, you fucked up, dude. You should have put the rain tires on, idiot.
Idiot. Yeah, no, I agree. And to me, I think that, I think it made, in the end, I think it made it more exciting.
Yeah.
But it was because the race was tight going into that,
Yeah.
Keegan could have run different tires. Everyone could have. I still can't believe that most people ran the tires they did.
Yeah. We don't need to get you all hot and
you're going to
bothered.
take those risks. I mean,
yeah.
So related to tires and courses changing the outcomes, Yost had a couple of questions here, but one of them was: should the Lifetime Grand Prix implement some form of neutral support for the pro field after seeing what happened to riders like Keegan and countless others who'd had to walk, Dillman and Keegan, who had to walk or abandon races due to mechanicals? I'd rather see the best athletes racing, not sidelined by equipment issues. Could something like mobile neutral support on motorcycles or ATVs work? Maybe SRAM or another sponsor could provide spare wheels and essential components. What do you guys think about that?
I could get behind that.
I could get behind like a moto following the lead group with spare wheels. I think that'd be fine. Probably.
Yeah, BWR has done that for a long time, and no one complains about the spirit of gravel there.
Yeah. Also, at BWR, like the moto will just hand out like gels and water bottles. Right. You know what I mean? Which I think, I guess the one issue that I think I'm for that generally, but the one issue that I do see with it is that a lot of times in a gravel race, it's not like road racing where there's a peloton. And everybody is getting equal support because they're all in the peloton. A lot of times in gravel races, it can get really split up really quickly. Like there can be a group of 5 here and a group of 10 here, and some like there. We went through a mud section, and now everybody's all over the place. And like some of the strongest riders are back here, and some of the whatever. So if you've got like one moto or 2 motos out there handing out gels and drink mix and wheels and whatever, it probably won't be distributed evenly. And you could say that some people would get an unfair advantage because they're right there with the moto, and some guy who could win the race, but he got stuck in the mud, is back there not getting any wheels, not getting any gels. So you could say that's unfair, but I could see that argument too, is what I'm saying.
But they have the difference in road racing is you have the team car behind you, right? And I think you could establish something like we're going to have, the moto is going to, if you have one moto, it's going to stay with the top 10, that I can't imagine how that would work on a course. Like if you take the 50 mile Big Sugar race, like, I don't know, it seemed like a big peloton for most of the race, and like that moto just ride next to you guys on some of those narrow roads would be a little, just behind you might be a little sketchy. But I mean, they do it in road racing. It's fine. I think they just have to stay with, you'd have to establish a threshold basically of like, if you're in the top 10, the moto is going to stay with the top 10 or wherever that is. And then
BWR will
get support.
Bottle feeds from the car at a certain point in the race once the front group is small enough. So like they've done it to me where like I'm just getting popped from the front group. Happens often. And they know that they're probably not going to see me again. So as they're passing me, they'll ask like, hey, do you want a bottle? And there's probably only like 10 or 15 people up the road. So then it's like, but they're not doing that in the first 20, 30 miles when the group's massive. You know, like they're waiting until it's far enough into the race to where the group is small enough. You could totally make the argument that that's an unfair advantage and all that. But I think it just kind of elevates the professionalism of the racing, because then all the people in the front group can focus on racing and less about hydration.
So another question.
I think what I want to see is I don't want to see races get decided by drafts from filming vehicles. I don't ever want to see a lifetime Grand Prix race, or any race for that matter, but it's kind of unavoidable in road races. I think, like, you know, in road races, they take into account that you get a draft from the filming vehicle. But that being said, there's more filming vehicles, so the peloton is getting filmed, the brake is getting filmed, it's whatever.
Also, it's a little bit more fair because everybody has a chance to draft the cars.
Yeah, right. Unless you're dropped and you're not getting filmed anymore. Yeah, like if you're dropped from the peloton and no one's filming you because they don't care about you, then
hemorrhaging time.
Yeah, But you know, I don't ever want to see a lifetime Grand Prix race get decided because, you know, somebody got a draft from the filming vehicle, and I'll just leave it at that.
Ooh.
I got
more. So, Dylan, are you arguing? Are you arguing that the lifetime Grand Prix overall came down to illegal drafting, not flat tires?
Well, now it's not illegal. It's just blurry or
suspicious.
Unaware.
Now you're just putting words in my mouth.
That's a very good word. Suspicious.
All right. What's the next question?
I tell you what, if you come to the expo, you can get the real inside details from DJ. How about that this weekend?
It's true.
At Iceman.
You know, I would just like to say, if you were drafting a vehicle during a race, how do you sleep at night, knowing that ethically? Do you have a conscience? Do you,
dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
Drew, the arbiter of
we went there
ethics here. Yost also had a question.
I had a vehicle to draft. Yep.
Okay, so Yost had another question. He asked about introducing race leader jerseys for the Lifetime Grand Prix Series, maybe even points and climbing jerseys too. So what do you think about making this off-road series a little more like
it up a bit.
A little more like a road race?
Well, I have a hot take about climbing jerseys. They're dumb. Get rid of that. Climbing jerseys are dumb.
Because they look the coolest.
So
the concept might be dumb.
I agree.
They do look cool.
Polka dot jersey. Yeah, it's a cool looking jersey. Some would probably argue otherwise. Makes you look like a clown, whatever. This is what I'm saying.
Iconic.
Like, let's say somebody other than the yellow jersey winner wins the polka dot jersey. We all know who the best climber in the race is, and it's not the dude in the polka dot jersey. That's just the dude that went for the like, he was off the front, he went for the climbs, whatever, and that's fine. Like, that's a fair competition within the race, but it's almost like it should be called something other than the climber's jersey, because that like implies this was the best climber in the race, and we all know it wasn't the best climber in the race. So I think that's dumb. I think it would also be dumb if it was in the Grand Prix. As far as having like a leader's jersey, I think, you know, that's probably fine, I guess. Although
it has to be yellow, though. It has to be a bright yellow jersey.
Why? To copy the Tour?
I don't know. Because like all the people in the Lifetime Grand Prix are probably would never have a chance to wear the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. So that'd be like the closest thing that they could. And that'd be kind of cool.
I have an idea for, instead of yellow jerseys, why don't you have to wear the flame bibs sponsored by Dillman Racing?
Yeah.
And you have to be seen in those atrocious red bibs with flames on them. And that way everybody can definitely see, oh, here comes the leader.
Because they are fast as fire. They're on fire. That's how fast they are.
They stand out. I think it would be helpful because like trying to watch you guys at Big Sugar this year and even Little Sugar, like so many people have white jerseys, like black bibs, white jerseys, blue bibs, white jerseys. Like it's really hard unless you're at the races and you're familiar with what people are wearing, or you can remember who's got what helmet on, or like it's hard to kind of pick out. Whereas if there was some types of jerseys,
I mean, there's so many months between each of the races, dude. Why don't you just let each leader go to their indie sponsor and get a custom leader jersey?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. They could make that pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, it would be helpful to kind of pick things out.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm for leader jerseys. You know, they got leader jerseys in World Cup mountain biking, which is a series, not a stage race. So, yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
All right. So related to what we were talking about earlier with drafting off of motos, etc.
Dude, you're Calvin, like, are you like purposely whispering? You sound like you're...
I know, it's like ASMR right now.
No, I just have. I'm in a shared space, so I'm trying not to yell.
Adam is the one who's got a sleeping baby with him, and he's just like yelling into the mic.
So Calvin had a question similar to the F1 drag reduction system zones, right? So if you're not familiar, in F1, there's spots on the track where you can open your rear wing to reduce your drag. Could there be a compromise in gravel races to have aero bar allowed zones on super straight portions of the course? So basically, you get to have these bars on your bike, but you can only use them in certain areas of the course.
Sick. Like fold out aero bars. You got to fold them back in when you're not using them, and then fold them out when you are using them.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
I think that if you suggest, now that aero bars are banned, I think if you suggest anything aero bar related to any pro, they immediately throw a massive hissy fit. So I don't think that will ever remotely happen.
They're not banned at Michigan Coast to Coast, the Dam across Minnesota, the Dust Bowl.
Bro, did you just say a curse word?
Oh my gosh.
Day across Minnesota. There's a lot of events that still allow them.
Yeah. Is that a good idea? I don't know. It'd be extremely hard to enforce because you don't have eyes on every single racer at all points of the race, unlike F1. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea because
Lifetime Grand Prix 2027. It's true. Circuit races for the Lifetime Grand Prix 2027. Heard it here
also,
first.
It kind of like, I don't know that it actually makes the race more interesting. It kind of just needlessly complicates it, I would say.
The aero bars?
I think DRS in Formula One makes it more interesting. I think this weird aero bar rule in gravel racing doesn't really make it more interesting. It just kind of makes it more complicated for no reason.
What if they let some weird people drive cars, and then they let other people drive like motorcycles, like in Mario Kart? Have they ever thought about doing that? Because that would be cool.
What if the Grand Prix series was just a dirty race?
F1 and MotoGP on the same course at the same time. I'm dead serious.
I mean, I think that Red Bull has probably done that.
You can have Donkey Kong.
Did somebody mute Drew?
What? Or you can have Donkey Kong ride this little scooter.
Adam, did you mute Drew?
That's a pretty good. Come on,
dude, you just got muted. Whatever you just said, we didn't hear it.
That's fine.
This is actually an honest question. Which one's faster? Are the motorcycles faster because they're lighter, or I think the cars are faster because they have bigger engines?
Well, I think it's a number of things. Like, I think the cars can actually go around corners because there's so much downforce from the wings. And if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Because if the motorcycles go so fast, they just fly up into the air.
No, I'm not going to explain this to you. All right. Jeez. Just
right,
mute him again.
That's fine. On that note, I got to bounce. So
Yeah, I think we can end it.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up here.
see you guys on Thursday.
We'll see everyone at Iceman.
Drew's I finally got out of a bad mood, and now you're ending it.
I know. That's how I feel. I feel a lot better now.
Glad we could help
down.
Cognate, some brain distance, and now I'm good.
All right. Yeah, let's shut it down.
We'll see you.
We'll see you guys at Iceman.
All right, see you.